How to love unconditionally. Love is hard to define. From poets to psychologists to everyday people, the endless effort to explain what love is and means beyond, "You know it when you feel it," has led to innumerable results. Making things even trickier is the concept of unconditional love, which some say is the only true kind of love, while others call it impossible. To believe in unconditional love, and to actually love unconditionally, requires a great deal of thought, action, and faith. Only you can decide if and how you can, or should, love unconditionally, but the following article will hopefully assist you on that path. Defining unconditional love. Consider the types of love that exist. The ancient Greeks did so, and defined 4 variations, as identified in How to Define Love. Of the 4, the term agape most closely equates to unconditional love. Agape love is a choice, a decision made to love regardless of circumstances or disappointments. Thus, unconditional love means loving another in their essence, as they are, no matter what they do or fail to do. People with children usually seem to understand this notion best of all. It is also learned and practiced. You must choose to love unconditionally. Consider whether romantic love can be unconditional. Some say no, because romantic love must function conditionally, as a partnership based on feelings, actions, and expectations. In this view, you can never love your spouse in the same unconditional manner as your child. However, love is not the same thing as a relationship. Relationships are conditional, a working partnership. An unconditional relationship is a recipe for one-sided domination. Thus, a relationship can end because the partnership does not function properly, and yet unconditional love toward the other person can remain. Sometimes ending a relationship can be the way to love unconditionally. Giving unconditional love. Make the loving choice. Always ask yourself, what is the most loving thing I can do for this particular person in this particular moment? Love isn't one size fits all. What might be a loving act toward one person could be harmful to another person, in that it doesn't help them get closer to becoming a truly happy human being. Unconditional love is a new decision you need to make in every situation, not a hard and fast rule you can apply to everyone all the time. For instance, if you have 2 friends dealing with the loss of a loved one, being the shoulder to cry on and engaging in long talks may be the loving choice for one, while granting some distance and silence may be so for the other. Love more by caring less. Wait, isn't caring what love is all about? Yes, you want to care for a person in the sense that you strive for their well-being and happiness. You don't want to care in the sense that your love is predicated on specific outcomes, which by definition is conditional. So, not, "I don't care what you decide, because your well-being is irrelevant to me," but instead, "I don't care what you decide, because I just love you regardless of your choices and actions." You don't love in return for actions that make you happy. You derive happiness from the act of loving unconditionally. Accept yourself and those you love as is. You are far from perfect, and yet you are perfectly capable of offering love. They are likewise imperfect, but worthy of being offered love. Unconditional love is about acceptance, about not expecting others to make you happy through their choices and how they live. You can't control others, only yourself. Your brother may be notorious for his bad choices, but that should have no bearing upon your love for him. Don't love because of how someone lives, but simply because they live.